The magic of your beauty fell on my son's head. It will happen, and for you he will leave me from me. He will separate you and take you to a separate house. Change your mind. I did not marry my brother, lest he should take you away without me, so I brought you because I knew that your father's circumstances were not such that he could settle you again after settling your house. Now, if you want your life to be easy, then you will do what I tell you. Everything was setting fire inside me. I wanted to kill myself. I couldn't bear such a dirty and full of life. I used to do that now. I used to bring food, drink, milk to Devar's room and come out immediately. I used to sit next to him and didn't talk to him. I started spending most of the time in my room. One day it was too much. Korma maid was also very good while eating. They said, "Today, my sister-in-law has made my heart happy." Arsel smiled hearing this. I felt that my brother-in-law started looking at me strangely. I wasn't happy at all. Through my pocket, Duer took out a note of 5,000 and handed it to me and said, "Take this, it's your prize. Keep it." "But I will." I refused. "I'm sorry. I don't want this." I wanted to refuse. Salim started staring at me and said, "Now she is giving out of her own pleasure. Don't refuse. Keep it even if I don't want it." I grabbed 5,000. Went to me. "If I stand up, my brother will also stand." Tahi moved towards me and embraced me and kissed Mir Ahmada. I was like a stone statue and said, "I am very happy with your changed behavior." Saying this, he went to his room. He put his hand on you and fell in love on your head. You are a strange girl. Instead of making a place in your brother's heart, you object to everything. That the brother did not listen to these things, otherwise there would have been a great trouble then. Arsel said in anger. I explained to you for the last time. Yes, keep your attitude right with my brother. I started crying. I said, "Arsel, my tolerance limit is over. Do this, give me poison or marry my father." And I went to the room. For some time the doorbell rang outside, and then a noise was heard outside. When I came out of the room, I came to know that I have another brother-in-law who went abroad to study. Happened, and now he is back. My brother-in-law got married there, and my elder brother-in-law was angry with him, so was not allowing him to come home. And later the doorbell rang outside. Then a noise was heard outside. When I came out of the room, I came to know that I have another brother-in-law who went abroad to study. Happened, and now he is back. My brother-in-law got married there, and my elder brother-in-law was angry with him, so was not allowing him to come home, and nor did I have any knowledge that Arsel had another brother. I was surprised to see these two, husband and wife. Why did you bring him back here? He left her and started apologizing. Then Arsel also said that, "Just do it, brother, let the anger go." What was supposed to happen has already happened. Hug Arsalan. Anyway, now my dear Annie had also come. She was a very beautiful and thin girl. Hoon, my dear Annie, was quite a cheerful and talkative type of girl and got along with me. Arsalan started going to the shop with Arsal. It happened one day, while eating, my brother-in-law said that now all my work, little daughter-in-law, will do it. She also happily got ready. She said, "Hey brother, whatever you want you can ask me." Arsalan also heard this when my dear Annie came out of Dur's room. She was very nauseous and repeatedly wiping the sweat from her face. I could understand that she was going through some pain. Then she started washing herself in the kitchen. I asked what happened. She said that I find my brother's habits very strange. He looks at me with strange eyes sometimes. He started smiling, but some days had passed that once. They look very strange, and look at them with strange eyes sometimes. They hold hands, sometimes they hug, t'other with shock, sometimes they talk strangely. Hearing this, my earlobes turn red. But this is close to me. If you try to bring me to you, there is nothing wrong with that. The woman is also 40 years old and is living a very difficult life at the mercy of her brothers. By himself. I will marry him in a few days. My brother-in-law was married too in this. The difference was that the atmosphere of the house had improved to a great extent. Now my brother-in-law was not looking at me. Nowadays it has become common that if an old father has to get married, his sons do not allow him to marry because you are not old enough to marry. It is very wrong. Also take care of happiness. Should end. Therefore we should support him in his sufferings. If they do this, all these sorrows will have to be borne by the brothers. There are some sons or daughters who say that if the father gets married, the new mother who comes will take over all the land and our parts. The property will be seized and our share will be robbed. But Islam has also ordered a man to marry if his first wife is dead and his father or brother is old. If he wants to marry, then first, and brothers should support him instead of forbidding them.